Well, Close Quarters is the second expansion pack that we're announcing here today, after Back to Karkan, the pack that is already out, of course. And it's a very strong thematic tone to this pack, and that is, of course, with the name, it's about being indoors and fighting with a heavy infantry focus. It's something special. It's definitely in one range of the spectrum of what we can do in the Battlefield universe. So, if we have the big open vehicle maps in one end, and then we have the tight indoor in the others. And the reason we started building this pack is that we saw a lot of people that are still playing the game. They love to play those kind of maps that are already in the base product of the Battlefield 3. So this is definitely something that caters to those kind of players. We also then wanted to announce that the next pack coming after that is called Armored Kill, and that's focused on the other side of the spectrum. We're going to build the biggest maps we've ever done in Battlefield. It's going to focus on vehicle play, etc. We're not announcing too much of the information about that pack, otherwise we just want to make sure that people understand that we're going to be jumping around a bit in this spectrum of what we can do in Battlefield. Well, the size of Close Quarters and the size of our packs that we plan to release is that we want to keep them very similar to what we did in Karkan. So it's actually going to be 4 maps in Close Quarters. 10 new weapons in Close Quarters, which you also can use in the base product. So on all the other maps you can also bring these weapons back. The weapons are of course focused on the more shorter to mid range of attack ranges, because that's what the maps are about. Historically we've done this a lot of times in Battlefield, just by the fact that we are creating a game experience where you can mix it up with all kinds of weapons, ranging from pistols to long-range sniper rifles. So we know what it means to introduce new weapons that doesn't just unbalance the experience. And it's also about the fact that just because you get one weapon that is a different weapon doesn't mean that it's better. It's a lot about what your kind of taste is, reload speeds, or what kind of scopes you have on it, or how it feels, and a lot of different things that makes the difference to your likings, perhaps. So I wouldn't worry about it. We got this under control. It's going to be more about what kind of weapon you choose for what specific map or what specific role you want to have on the battlefield. I would say that it's about the way that you play indoors, but also the fact how it's combined with destruction. Because all the inner walls and these kind of things can be destroyed. You can shoot holes in the walls, stick that shotgun through and take out a guy in the room next door or something like that. But it's also how it changes the fact that anything that's standing in your way, you don't stop shooting just because somebody runs behind a table or behind a wall or something, because you can just blast through everything. It's a bit hard to describe, but I think people will notice this when they play it, that just keep shooting, with that shotgun or that assault rifle or SMG or whatever, and you'll take out your target no matter what's standing in between you. Well, I mean, there's limitations to the destruction, of course. You can't just take it out altogether, because then we've had this challenge since we introduced the destruction on the battlefield. That we need to have some walls that you can't tear down, some walls that you make a hole in, but you can't tear down the entire wall, etc. And this is more about, you want the feeling of all-out destruction, but sometimes we have to say, wait, level design and fun actually comes before just the total idea that anything can be destroyed. But I think when people play this, I think it's going to be the most intense, destructive environment they've ever played in. Battlefield 3 Close Quarters is coming out in June for all platforms, PlayStation 3, my Xbox 360 and PC.